Hello, Diana Smith here. I'm so excited to spend a little bit of time with you. And I've got kind of a interesting message this week about doing it anyway. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and let's visit. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to what? I'm not quite sure. How we're going to get to what I don't know what we're going to get to, I'm not sure. But here's one thing I'm sure of. I can do hard things, and it's better to do something than to do nothing at all. So I don't really have a plan, and I'm not feeling overly motivated to create a YouTube video right now. I got to be honest with you. But I said I would, and so I am. So I'm just going to share a little story with you guys from this weekend. I'll keep it short and sweet. And I hope that the next time that inspiration passes you by, I hope you do what you can with what you have when you have it. So that's what I'm doing now. This weekend, I was visiting with some friends, and it just happens to be the woman that was telling the story is a lesbian. So we were talking about, the world and the way things are and blah, blah, blah. And she was talking about the discrimination that she feels being a lesbian. She says that in her apartment complex, there's this guy that has a boxer and he sits out, and anytime she walks by, he stares at her, and she thinks it's because she's a lesbian. And she and a girlfriend were walking somewhere one time, and somebody spit on the shoe or the foot of her girlfriend. She says it's because they're lesbians. And I said, if I was walking around and a guy with a boxer was sitting out and every time he saw me, he glared at me, I wouldn't think he was glaring at me because I'm a redhead. I wouldn't think he's glaring at me because I'm a heterosexual. So maybe he's just glaring at you because you look funny, or he thinks you look funny, or maybe he's glaring at you because he thinks you're cute, or he's looking at you because he thinks you're cute. Or maybe you got spit on, or your girlfriend got spit on because the guy's an asshole. And if I were to get spit on, I wouldn't think it'd be because I'm a heterosexual. So I guess what it made me think about is that the guilt or the way that you think about yourself is not necessarily the way the rest of the world sees you. It's everything's up for interpretation. So instead of interpreting the worse, interpret it better. Look through a different set of glasses. Like the person that's always sitting out with their dog and you think they're glaring at you, think, dang, that guy must have a crush on me because he's looking at me. Every time I come outside, he's looking at me. So look at it from a different perspective. The person that spit on you, that person's an asshole. It says a lot more about them than it says about you. So don't think it's, oh my gosh, I'm doing something wrong. Oh my gosh, I'm a lesbian. That's why they spit on me. No, they spit because they're an asshole. It has nothing to do with you. Someone else's bad behavior is not your fault. But I think so often, if we are focused on something about us, we think the rest of the world gives a shit. And they don't. In your 20s, you're only worried about what everybody else thinks of you. And in your 40s, you don't care what anybody thinks of you. And in your 50s, you realize nobody was thinking about you all along. So change the way that you look at yourself and look at the way that everybody else looks at you differently. Believe something differently. Believe good and good happens. Believe the person has a crush on you, and then you won't get your feelings hurt that you think that he cares that you're gay. Just change the narrative in your head. And I challenge you to go through 3 days, 3 whole days of thinking the best of every situation. Like, I used to have a friend, I say used to, have a friend where on social media somebody would write a comment and I would laugh thinking, oh, that was cute. So and so said this. And she goes, I can't believe you took it that way. You know that's not how they meant it. And I used to think, well, if I thought they meant it teasingly and funny, and you thought they were being an asshole, what makes you any more right than me? So I prefer to see things through my rose colored glasses and think it's funny, or think it's cute, or think it's humorous. I don't choose to see the asshole in everybody. I don't choose to see asshole in every comment. So I challenge you to spend 3 days finding the positive in everything. Even if it looks like they're trying to be snippy, think, they must be having a bad day, so I'm going to take that as a compliment. Kind of reminds me of a character, Jimmy, on Yellowstone. It's a popular TV series going on right now, and I don't get it cable or anything, so I bought the series or the seasons on CD. And this character, Jimmy, he's as dumb as a box of rocks. Not the sharpest knife in the drawer, a bale shy of a ton. I mean, any little one-line joke you could crack, he's it. He's just dumb as a box of rocks. And these cowboys are trying to insult him, and he just doesn't even get it. He's not bright enough to even get the joke. And he's like, wait a minute. I know I'm supposed to be insulted there somewhere, but I don't even get it. Like, I can't be insulted because I don't get it. Go around being Jimmy. Just pretend like you don't understand the insults. You don't even get the snide comments. Act like you don't even hear it. And if you do hear it, turn it around to your advantage. I challenge you to do that for 3 days. Be Jimmy. Act like you don't understand any of the shittiness going on in the world. Just see the bright side of everything. Spend 3 days being Jimmy. And with that, stay safe, stay healthy, stay surrounded by loved ones, and most of all, stay grateful for all of your blessings. Until next time. It's called, what is it? It's the 20, 50 rule, 20, 30, 40 rule, whatever that rule is. It's the 20, 40, 60 rule. It's all about you. And then in your 40s, in your 20s,